Hi, I'm Dhera. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm showing you how to make a gourmet chocolate box with 6 different types of chocolate. These are perfect for gifting, festive hampers, or for you if you're a big chocolate fan. So let's get started. Let's start with the dark chocolate truffle. Take a pan half filled with water and put it on medium flame. Put a bowl on top and add in chopped dark chocolate and cream. This setup is known as the double boiler method or bain marie in professional language. We put a pan half filled with water on medium flame and top that with the bowl in which we put the chocolate. One thing to keep in mind is that the bottom of the bowl should not be touching the water in the pan. The chocolate will melt gradually with the steam produced by the boiling water. Stir it continuously until the chocolate melts and we get a smooth ganache. One of the most important things while working with chocolate is that your bowl and spatula should be completely dry and not have any drops of water. Even a tiny amount of water in your chocolate can seize it and then the chocolate will not melt. Once the mixture gets smooth, take it off the flame. Now, in a pan, I'm dry roasting some hazelnuts to add in the truffles. You can also replace the hazelnuts with almonds. Roasting the nuts before adding them in the chocolate is an important step because it makes them super crispy and brings out a better flavor. Transfer the hazelnuts to a chopping board and keep some aside for the topping. Roughly chop the remaining hazelnuts. Add these hazelnuts to the prepared ganache and mix well. Cover with a cling wrap or put a plate on top. This will go in the fridge for 3 to 4 hours or until it sets and we are able to make truffles. You can also keep it in the fridge overnight and make truffles the next day. After the ganache sets, scoop it out using a spoon and shape it into truffles. Whenever you are making something like truffles, make sure that all the truffles of different flavors are of the same size, so that when we keep them together in the chocolate box, बहुत uniform look आएगा and they will look equal. Now, how to achieve that? If you are using a particular spoon to scoop out the mixture, make sure to use that only for all the flavors or you can measure it by weight. Weight of one truffle is 30 to 35 grams. After shaping all the truffles, melt some dark chocolate using the double boiler method. We will coat all the truffles with dark chocolate. Drop one truffle at a time and coat it well. Pick it up using a fork and tap it to remove the excess chocolate. Carefully transfer it on a baking paper. Use the same method to coat all the truffles. It will be much easier to coat the truffles when they are firm and set. If the truffles are getting soft or breaking apart, pop them in the chiller and let them set before coating them with chocolate. After coating all the truffles, melt some milk chocolate and transfer it to a piping bag. Drizzle over the truffles and garnish with more chopped hazelnuts before the chocolate sets. For the second truffle, take fresh cream and add instant coffee. Mix it well. To make the ganache, we will again set up a double boiler on medium flame. Make sure the bowl is not touching the water and add in the chopped chocolate along with the coffee and cream mixture. Keep stirring until the chocolate melts and we get a smooth ganache. When the chocolate completely melts, take it off the flame. In a pan, dry roast some walnuts. It will take a couple of minutes on medium flame. We will chop them roughly and add it into the coffee ganache. Make sure to keep some walnuts aside for the topping. Cover the ganache and let it set in the fridge for 3 to 4 hours or overnight. Take rest of the walnuts and finely chop them. You can also use a mixie for this step to grind the walnuts into a fine powder. After the ganache sets, scoop it out and shape it into truffles. Making truffles can be a messy process, especially in summers. While shaping, the ganache might melt due to the heat of the hands. If that happens, pop the ganache in the freezer for 10 minutes before you continue to work again. Cover all the truffles with the chopped walnuts. It's much easier to work with truffles when they're firm and set. For the creamy coconut truffle, add white chocolate and cream in a bowl over a double boiler. You can also use coconut cream instead of fresh cream to enhance the coconut flavor. While making the ganache or melting chocolate using the double boiler method, if you feel that the water is boiling over or if the bowl is getting too hot, you can turn off the flame for a while. Stir continuously until the chocolate melts and you get a smooth ganache. In a pan, dry roast some desiccated coconut on low to medium flame until they turn golden brown and give out a beautiful coconut aroma. Add the coconut to the ganache and mix well. Cover and let it set in the fridge for 3 to 4 hours. Once the ganache is set, roll out the truffle balls. Don't worry about the truffles not being very smooth or perfectly round. Remember that handmade things are rustic and not 100% perfect. Melt white chocolate in the microwave or by using the same double boiler method and coat the truffles well. Instead of dipping the truffles in white chocolate, you can also just roll them in desiccated coconut. Use a fork to tap out the excess chocolate. Transfer on a baking paper and garnish with desiccated coconut before the chocolate sets. Use the same method to coat all the truffles. The fourth flavor we are making is rose and pistachio. Over a pan half filled with water, keep a dry bowl and add chopped chocolate and cream. Make sure that the flame is on medium and stir continuously until the chocolate melts and you have a smooth ganache. Take it off the flame and add gulab jal and pink gel food color. Mix well and add a few drops of rose essence. Only add the mentioned amount of rose water in the ganache and not more, since more liquid can affect the consistency of the ganache and then it will not set well, making it difficult to roll it into truffles later on. This is the same reason we never add liquid food coloring to the ganache, always use gel color or powder colors. Transfer and cover the ganache before setting it in the fridge. After the ganache sets, roll it out into equal sized truffles. During the process, if you feel that the truffles are melting, pop them in the freezer for around 10 minutes. I have taken some de-skinned pistachios for coating the truffles. Finely chop them. Coat all the truffles with chopped pistachios. For the fifth chocolate, dry roast almonds and cashews on medium flame until they turn slightly golden brown. Transfer to a chopping board and roughly chop them. Take raisins and chop them as well. Transfer all the nuts to a bowl and mix them well. Melt dark chocolate over a double boiler or in a microwave. I am using silicone chocolate molds for this chocolate. You can use any mold of your choice. Add half spoon of mixed nuts in the shell. Top the nuts with a spoonful of chocolate. Tap the chocolate mold carefully and set it in the fridge for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you will be able to demold the chocolates easily. For the last chocolate, we will take Rice Krispies and mix them with melted milk chocolate. I personally love this one since the Rice Krispies provide a beautiful crunch to our chocolate. Transfer the chocolate into any mold of your choice. Tap the chocolate mold as you go so there are no gaps. Set the chocolate in the fridge. A box made with these chocolates will be full of textures and flavors. The dark chocolate and coconut one both are very stable but smooth at the same time as you bite into them. The coffee and rose one will literally melt in your mouth as you take a bite. And the last two, dry fruit delight and crackle, give a nice crunch to the chocolate. Being a good chef is not only about following the recipes correctly but also managing the time and work efficiently. For example, if you're planning on making all these truffles, the best way to do so is by making a work plan. Since we are dry roasting many items for these recipes, dry roast them in the same pan one after the other rather than doing it separately for different flavors. But make sure to clean the pan and spatula as you go. Similarly, make all the ganaches in one go and then set them in the fridge. These truffles will stay good in the fridge for up to 10 days. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you with a new recipe. Happy baking and bye.